Hello everybody. I am back to share a little bit about my nutrition journey, and I'm gonna start trying to vlog a little bit more often, as much as I can. But I was just out on a little hike, and it's really interesting for me today because my family just got back from Death Valley, one of the hottest desert place on earth. Never been there before. It was really cool, but we live in the Pacific Northwest and it's of course drizzling today, so it's kind of strange to be in this weather, but it also feels really refreshing. I'm happy to be home. So I was on this little vacation trip with my family, and God taught me so much about my nutrition through it. He's had me on a journey, and I'll have to do a couple more to update since my first one, when he really showed me that I need to get strict with my eating and I need to stop, trying to toe the line with different foods that my body just can't accept, being a blood type and the sensitivities that I have. And so for example, he's having me pretty much cut out all tomatoes, which is really hard. And I was eating a little bit of meat now and then and cutting that out and whatnot. And what I found on my trip was I did a really good job of preparing ahead of time my snacks, like for our hikes. And it's pretty remote out there, so you can't get a lot of food. So I had to do that. And I think that was really a blessing from the Lord, because it forced me to really think through, okay, what is my body going to need when I'm hiking, I'm in between meals, or even as like kind of a mini meal substitute. So I was looking at different bars, and I found that everything I brought for my snacks, and I also brought breakfast. I brought one of my overnight oat mixes for breakfast, and then I brought some shelf-stable oat milk and just put it in the fridge and mixed it up, and it was really easy, and it was available every morning so we could get out before sunrise, and it was really nutritious, and I knew my body would do well with it. So I highly recommend that for any of you who are also on a food journey and you're going on a trip. Like, if you have the opportunity to bring something like for breakfast or snacks or whatever that that your body likes and is going to do well for you. It's going to give you nutrition, and it's going to keep you full, and it's not going to cause any issues. And that helps, especially if you're trying like different foods in different places, especially if you go abroad and like different countries. And I think that really helps when you have sensitivities in your body. And I'm seeing some deer right now. Oh, so sweet. And I'll share some of the snacks that I brought that I found were really good. So if you have any similar sensitivities, being a blood type, or have noticed that like you can't eat dairy, or there's a lot of whey protein in bars and just different things, and some of them just aren't very clean, I will do a little clip to show the snacks that I brought and how they helped me. Had some bars, had some pure fruit, kind of fruit snack type things, and crackers that I do well with, and even little treats, but I actually didn't end up eating. But they were a great thing to have, like if I wanted a little bit of a dessert, and then I wouldn't be tempted to get other things. And thankfully, in Death Valley and staying in the surrounding area, it's pretty remote. There's not a lot of options, so that kind of helps too. But those things really, really helped. What did not work on the trip was sometimes in areas like that, your only access to food is it's only like burgers and hot dogs and things like that. And when you are not supposed to be eating red meat or pork or processed stuff like that, like if that's really hard on your body, then it can be a little bit difficult. I did do a burger one day, and I did okay with that, I think because I did like 25,000 steps that day and like hard hiking. And so I think that this is just my intuitive conclusion. This is not official at all. But I think that like jump started my metabolism and like helped me digest it. But I only did that once. I didn't try to do that more than once. So what I did was I can do chicken. So I did once or twice, I did some chicken options at places like that when I had it. One place had like a black bean burger, so I did that and I did okay with that. Didn't do any fries because I can't do greasy stuff much, and potatoes are not good for a blood type. So if you have that or you noticed that you don't do well with fries and stuff like that, just skip it. You know, if it's like once on the whole vacation, I found that that's okay, especially when I'm doing that much physical activity. But other than that, skip it, you know. And also found some turkey options. So just being careful about not doing that more than once. I think I had to do, I had another time where I had fries and I was like, that was too much. And I think one of the things I was learning with that, just trying having a burger and seeing how that went, and trying some other things too, like I had nachos once too, and it's just, where are the boundary lines? Like, how often can I have a treat like that? And when you're on vacation, like, you know, you just want to be able to try things and maybe have what you want. And it's like, and I knew I couldn't do that necessarily, but it's like, how often can I do that? And what should I do it with? And so I think it goes back to that, like Psalm 16:8, that God sets the boundary lines in pleasant places. And I'm like, Lord, where are the boundary lines here? And I think He really taught me a lot about that on this trip, which I'm really thankful for. Those would be my, those are my takeaways from traveling, and especially to kind of a remote place and where there aren't a lot of options. And I just pray that they help you today, and just pray for you over your nutrition journey, that God would help you and be with you. And if you don't know Him, like, that's okay. Jesus loves you. He wants to know you, wants to have a relationship with you and walk with you closely like He does with me, and even more so. And I just pray His goodness over you. I pray His grace over your journey, and that you'd be empowered to make good decisions for your body and your life, so that you can feel healthy and whole and have lots of strength and energy for all that you do. And more soon. Okay, love you guys.